Pokemon fans? Exavolt here, bring you another, well, this is actually my first Pokemon TCGO video. So, yeah, we're gonna be doing some awesome stuff. Before I get into this, I actually went to a Pokemon event. It wasn't like a real, like, sanctioned Pokemon event, but in my local area, which is kind of a small group, we need to expand it a lot more. So if anyone is in the Bennington area and knows of the Gamers Grotto, it's in Vermont, or even in the Vermont area, it goes to the Gamers Grotto every Sunday from noon to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They have a bunch of, well, some kids and people playing Pokemon TCG and just like talking about Pokemon. So if you are in the area and would like to hang out with me, hang out with other Pokemon fans, feel free to come to the Gamers Grotto every Sunday at noon. Yeah, so let's hop into this. We are going to be, I'm going to be showing you guys this Mega Ampharos deck. It's a really fun deck. I actually got the idea from, I think it's MikePTCGO. He's another YouTuber. I will put his profile in the description below, so no worries. I don't want to like say that I just made this deck 100% myself, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Mine's a little bit different because I'm unable to get certain cards that he is getting, so I will get a quick run through. And if you guys would like to, I will also link his video so you can get his take on it as well. So as you guys can see, we are going to be running the Ampharos and the Mega Ampharos EX. Oh my goodness, these are such good cards, and if you haven't noticed it already, Exavolt comes from this card. Such a great move. But let's get into the Ampharos part of this. Ampharos is really a nice card because it does kind of have somewhat energy acceleration with the Thunder Rod ability, Thunder Rod attack. And its abilities, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach as many electric energies you find there to this Pokemon. So if you have a Flash energy and you run into an electric energy by using Thunder Rod, you essentially can just have a turn 2 Ampharos EX or turn 3 Ampharos EX ready to attack if you get a double colorless. One time I actually found 3 electric energies, so I was able to get a turn 2 Ampharos attack, and it was pretty awesome. And its Sparkling Tail was really good to go against Regice, since Regice has that attack that makes it so EXs can't hurt anything or whatever. This attack isn't affected by damage, like by weakness, resistance, or any other effects of your Pokemon's active Pokemon. So even Safeguard Beautifly can be taken down by an Ampharos EX easily, which is a really awesome attack. But if you're going to be using this, I do suggest using a Muscle Band on it as well. Then we're going to go into the Mega Ampharos, which is the, I guess, the meat and potatoes of this deck. Exavolt, you may do 50 or more damage and leave your opponent's active Pokemon paralyzed. If you do so, you do 30 damage to yourself, which is actually nothing compared to what you're going to be doing to your opponents. Because we also do run the Rough Seas. Rough Seas allows you to heal 30 damage to your water and electric Pokemon each on your turn. So you use Exavolt, take 30 damage from that. You make it so your opponent cannot attack, and then you essentially just heal when your next turn and just use regular Exavolt and finish off the Mega EX or the regular EX or whatever Pokemon you're going against. It's essentially like the best like combo I've ever really seen so far. I used to use the Mega Manectric deck, and this is way more fun to use than just Rough Seas, pull back, Rough Seas, pull back. But let's get into the other Pokemon. We have a Shaman. I think Mike said that he has 2 Shamans. Yeah, I think he had 2 Shamans in his deck. A lot of decks now run 2 Shamans. I only like running 1 because I don't want to be stuck with having like 2 Shaman in my deck and then having to start with 2 Shaman in my hand or something like that. Something so terrible. Because setup ability is really good. Probably one of the best abilities in the game. And then we run with the Pikachus and the Raichus. Now these are probably, they don't hit as hard as Mega Ampharos, but these guys will hit very hard. Saying that you each have 5 Pokemon on your bench, so you guys can do at least 200 damage. Lugias don't stand a chance, regardless. Anything that has an electric weakness, I always just pull out a Raichu just to do the damage, because it's easier to risk losing 1 prize than losing 2, especially against T-Tar decks. Oh my gosh, which I will be showcasing against a Mega T-Tar deck in a future video. And last but not least, we have the Hoopas. We have the Hoopa EX, which is Scoundrel Ring. Is when you play it from your hand to your bench, you get to search your deck for 3 EX Pokemon. Usually I will search for 2 Ampharos or Mega Ampharos, or if I need to, I search for 2 Ampharos and then get a Shaman, depending on how my hand is looking. It can be a game changer, essentially, but it's also unable to attack because it runs on 3 Psychic Energies, and we do not run a single Psychic Energy in this deck. We strictly run Electric and Double Colorless and Flash, which, getting to the Flash Energy, you attach it to your Electric Pokemon, and it provides an Electric Energy, but the Electric Pokemon has no weakness. So doing that makes it so Groudon decks, any fighting deck, will be unable to do super effective damage to your Mega Ampharos or Raichus even. I don't know why you want to attach this to a Raichu, but you want to essentially just attach this to your Ampharos and Mega Ampharoses. But yeah, it's really good, especially get it early game, give it to your Amp, and then just Lightning Rod and just get more energies. You do run the Double Colorless, which is almost essential in every deck nowadays. We do run the Mega Turbos. I do like to Sycamore Electric Energies into my discard pile just to Mega Turbo, to power up a Mega Amp, or I will even Ultra Ball the energies and just make a turbo, just to get somewhat faster energy acceleration as well. Escape Rope is very good because we do have high retreat cost with all my Pokemon, except for the Raichus, really. First Seeker, it's pretty straightforward, just pull out any of your awesome supporter cards. My favorite one to pull out is H-Trainer, especially if I'm losing, or Lysanders if I really need to get that kill, or, well, knockout. Professor Birch is also a great supporter. You just shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 7 or 4 cards. Really good if you have such a big hand and you want to just get ready for an awesome Shaman eventually, or if you just need to just try to work with a better hand. If I have too big a hand, I really do not like holding it for too long because you kind of just get a drought after a while. So you just like to recycle every now and then. At least I do. And you actually have a chance of putting more cards into your deck so you don't mill yourself. Sycamore, straightforward, discard your hand and draw 7 cards. I run a Tierno, just draw 3 cards randomly if I ever need it. Usually if I'm hitting a huge drought with energies or anything, I will try to Tierno, just try to get basic Pokemon energy or another supporter to use next turn. We do run the Rough Seas, like I said before. We do run 3 Ampharos Spirit Links. Ampharos Spirit Link is probably one of the more important items to give to an Ampharos, mainly because you don't have to waste a turn Mega Evolving, but since it is such a slow Pokemon to build up with the 4 energies, you can kind of just skip this if you need to. And then we have the Muscle Bands, which I said earlier, and you just give that to the Raichu. So let's go try to find a match real quick, and we'll see what we're going to do. Okay, we have a match, and it's against a really crazy deck, Water Dragon Psychic Fairy. So this guy has a lot of different types in his deck, so I'm a little bit worried. I won the coin flip, so let's see. I'm probably going to go second. I like to go second because at least I can attach energies and get an attack going off. We start with a Pikachu, which is pretty terrible. I kind of want to start with something a little bit more helpful, but we do have the double colorless, so I will just send Pikachu out. Okay, he has an Articuno. Okay. Ooh, so he doesn't have an EX or anything. Now he's just gonna go use the Dive Ball, search for a water Pokemon. I am not too happy. This is kind of a weird deck. I'm going with so many different types. But I do really like starting with a Pikachu. I kind of wish I can get an Ultra Ball. Maybe discard my Tierno and one of my Birches. Okay, here comes Blastoise EX. This might be a Mega Blastoise deck. But I would love to get a Hoopa right now, just to get my Pokemon up and going. So Blastoise is actually weak to Grass, so that's not going to help me too much, having a complete electric deck. But now he's going to get more Pokemon on the bench, which is not actually too bad for me getting a Raichu. But it's just I don't have anything else in my hand. If I have to, I will need to shuffle my hand back into my deck and essentially reset. But he's going to put that water energy down on that. And, oh, of course, I got Rough Seas. It's like, oh, do I really want Rough Seas, though? We're going to use Tierno. And we didn't get anything. Okay, this is not good. I'm going to put the Rough Seas down just to put it down. He may or may not notice it. I'm going to put a double colorless on this Pikachu. Do I go for Nuzzle or Quick Attack? I'm going to go for the Nuzzle. I failed. But that's perfectly fine. I'm okay with this. He can't do any damage to me yet, and I'm just going to probably Birch next turn to completely get a new hand. I do have my Rough Seas though. I think he was going to be running a Rough Seas anyway, so I may or may not have helped him. It would just be very fun. Oh man, that's a Huntail. I don't know what Huntail does. Powerful Storm. Oh my. Energy attached to all Pokemon. So they're going to keep drawing their energies through there. Okay, so we got a Sycamore and all this stuff. We're going to Birch, because I essentially have the worst hand ever. Yeah, I don't even care. We have the worst hand. We don't have a single Pokemon. Okay, Heads, which is somewhat decent. And the only other Pokemon we get is a Pikachu, which I'm going to put down, and we get this. So I'm going to discard... Oh my gosh, I have to discard a Flash Energy. I should have just kept that Pikachu and discarded it. Actually, I'll get rid of my Muscle Band. I don't really need the Muscle Band right now. We're going to call the Hoopa. So, we're going to get the Hoopa. Going to pull it out. Going to search my deck for 3 EXs, which is going to be my Amp, my Mega Amp, and another Amp. Because I guess my Shaman is now prized. Which is actually kind of cool. I was able to find out that kind of information. But it's a little unfortunate that it was prized. So I'm going to Nuzzle again, and they are going to be unable to get any energies this turn. And they're going to be unable to retreat. So I'm essentially going to be able to power up an Ampharos and maybe evolve it next turn. I don't really care that's going to end my turn. Pikachu's just kind of holding off this whole fight, so I'm going to actually attach a double colorless to this Amp and end my turn by maybe evolving it. If I don't get a normal electric energy, I may just attach it to the Amp, Lysander, retreat, and just try to take down this Blastoise before it gets too powerful. It's, gosh, it's such a scary card. Yeah, he is starting to get a lot more energies onto that thing. He can do, he can do essentially 150, and I just don't want to deal with this. So I'm probably going to Lysander that Blastoise out, retreat Pikachu, go up with Amp, and use Exavolt, take the 30 damage, just do as much to that thing as possible. It will be able to probably KO if I get... Ooh, actually I got the electric energy. This is actually beautiful. So we're going to pull out the Blastoise, and we're going to retreat our Pikachu, which is unfortunate that we have to lose a double colorless energy for it, but it's perfectly fine, because we are going to be able to take down this EX. Also, sorry if the game volume is too loud for you guys. I just turned it on for like the first time in like ever. But yeah, he's going to actually heal up with the Rough Seas, which doesn't even matter. He's paralyzed. He can't do anything. He's about to lose his EX. So I think I pretty much have control right now. For now. I say that, but it can completely change in his favor, like it almost usually does. So I got a Mega Ampharos Spirit Link. I'm just going to attach that Flash Energy to that side Ampharos. I'm going to use Exavolt. I'm not going to take the extra damage. We are now going to draw the 2 prizes. If I get a Shaman right now, that would be wonderful. And we get the Muscle Band and actually a Sycamore. So actually Muscle Band is not too bad because I can now pull out... oh man, this is going to be 20 times 160, 80. So he's going to be doing 80 damage if he puts out another energy. But I can be doing 140 and up to 190. So I'd be able to one-hit KO almost every, actually normal Megas, except for Whale Lord, I believe. So this is not going to be, it's not too bad. So I'm going to actually do that, put the Muscle Band on that, and I'm going to actually Sycamore to get a brand new hand. Just to get more energies for my side Ampharos, and if I need to Mega Evolve it, if I get the chance. Actually, the energies was wonderful, because now I can just get my Raichu. We're going to get the double colorless, and I can... I'll save the break. Actually... No, I won't save the VS Seeker. Or, yeah, I'm going to save the VS Seeker. I'm going to take down this Huntail. The Huntail is going to be a little bit of an issue. Especially if I Lysander out something and just they keep powering it up. So there's actually my 3rd Ampharos. Which means I think my Mega Ampharos is still in my deck. I think both of them are still in my deck. Which is actually really awesome. I can essentially just get all 3. Now, they're going to do 30 times, okay, 120, so they cannot take me out. Only 100 damage. So I have 150 damage done to my Pokemon. I'm going to just attach the Flash Energy to that, attach a Ampharos Spirit Link, heal the 30, and I'm going to Exavolt. I'm not going to do the extra damage because I've already more than enough. Taking down that Articuno now. So now we only have to get 2 prize cards, and unless they can pull out an extra Pokemon, an EX or not, actually if it's an EX I'll just Lysander him. But they're actually going to concede, which is kind of better on my part, I guess, saves me a little bit more time. But yeah, as you guys can see, this deck, I wouldn't say I had the best hand this round, but getting the Mega Ampharos out was pretty much essential, and as you can see, it is just wrecking. I've only been using Ampharos, my Mega Ampharos deck so far, for all these rewards, and I've already 180 points, and I've only been playing 3 days with this deck, I feel. But yeah, the deck is really fun. It can essentially shut down other EXs. Sparkling Robe and Pokemon Center Lady are a huge issue, or anything that can stop a Pokemon from being paralyzed, or under any special condition. So you got to be watching out for decks like those. Shout out to MikePTCGO for giving me this deck idea. He didn't talk to me directly, but I saw it on his video, which is just awesome. SS Dragon from Pokemon TCGO. He also gave me the Raichus, so shout out to you for helping me get these Raichus. And like I said earlier in the video, if anyone is in the Vermont, Bennington area and would like to hang out with Pokemon fans like me and others, just check out the Gamers Grotto in Bennington, Vermont. It's right on Main Street, and it's every Sunday at 12 p.m. to about 4 p.m. It's a lot of fun, get to meet new people, play some TCG, and if you guys want, you guys can start to video game stuff. I'm going to be taking my professor application. I'm not sure if I want to be a contest coordinator, or a contest coordinator, a tournament coordinator, or a video game judge, or a TCG judge. If you guys have any suggestions of what I should do, just put that in the comments below. And if you guys have any idea where I should study to learn all the stuff for that, definitely comment that below, because I am going to need all the help to study, because I want to try to get this professorship and become awesome. But until next time, guys, thank you and later.